So here I'll continue with module 2 and I'll be discussing on efficiency of standard Ethernet and the implementation. So in efficiency of standard Ethernet, the efficiency of a standard Ethernet is given by this equation, that is 1 divided by 1 plus 6.4 into A, in which A represents it's a number of frames that can fit on the medium, and it can be calculated by the formula, that is A is equal to propagation delay divided by transmission delay. And here we have the 4 implementations of standard Ethernet. So as you can see in this table, we have 4 columns: implementation, medium length and encoding. So here we have in the first column 10 base 5, 10 base 2, 10 base T and 10 base F. Those are the 4 implementations which are done by the standard Ethernet, right? So when you consider the general format, that is, it is exactly 10 base X, in which that number 10 indicates it's the data rate. That is, here in this standard Ethernet, the data rate is 10 Mbps. That is nothing but the data is transmitted over a data rate of 10 Mbps. That is the meaning. And then next comes to base. This base indicates it's a baseband signal. That is nothing but the digital signal. And the next one is X. The X indicates either it's a maximum size of cable or it's a type of cable. So as you can see here in this particular table, the first implementation, that is 10 base 5 is there, right? So what is the meaning of 10? That indicates the data rate, that is 10 Mbps, right? So what is the meaning of base here? Base indicates it's a baseband signal or else digital signal. So coming to the next one, that is 5. So it indicates the maximum length of cable. That is, here as you can see, for 10 base 5 you have the medium length, that is 500 meter, right? So that 500 meter can be shown by this particular maximum size of cable, that is by 5, as you can see. And the technique which we are using for encoding is, it's a Manchester technique, right? So coming to the next one, that is 10 base 2, again the same thing. So in this particular implementation, the maximum length of cable will be 185 meter, and that can be represented by the number 2 here. That is, at 10 Mbps data rate, that is, we are going to send the digital signal or baseband signal, that is for 185 meter length of cable. So that's the meaning here. So coming to the third implementation, here we have 10 base T. So in which T indicates it's a unshielded twisted pair cable, right? And coming to the last one, that is 10 base F. Here F indicates it's a fiber optic cable. So as I have already told you, the last number or the last notation which indicates maximum size of cable, or else it can be a type of cable also, right? So as you can see, the first two are telling us the maximum size of cable, and the next two implementations are denoted by the type of cable. And one more important thing here is the standard Ethernet uses baseband signal, that is digital signal. That is nothing but bits are changed to a digital signal, or else they can be converted into a digital signal and they can be directly sent over the transmission line, right? So that is the one important thing you need to remember here. So here in this standard Ethernet, we are just transmitting the digital signals, right? So at the sender side, data is converted into digital signal using the technique, that is Manchester scheme or else Manchester encoding technique. So that's what you can see here at the station, that is at the transmitter side, the 10 Mbps data is converted to some particular digital signal, that is by using Manchester encoder, right? So at the decoder side, that is at the receiver side, the signal is converted back to the original form, that is it is decoded back to the original form by using the Manchester decoding scheme or else Manchester decoding technique. So that's what here this figure shows, encoding in a standard Ethernet implementation. So let us see one by one all the 4 implementation in detail wise. So here we have the first one, that is 10 base 5, which is also called as thick Ethernet. So as you can see in this figure, it is the first implementation, right? The first point is it's the first implementation of standard Ethernet. And the next point is it uses bus topology. As you can see here in this figure, it is using bus topology with thick coaxial cable. As you can see here, from the one cable end to another cable end, you can able to see this the thick gray color line, isn't it? So that indicates it's a thick coaxial cable, and the cable is so thick that it can't be bent. So here, because of this problem, this particular Ethernet is not flexible here. So here we have the external transceiver, that is nothing but it's acting like either transmitter as well as the receiver. That is, it is the transceiver is acting like both transmitter as well as receiver. So as you can see here, the transceiver is connected to the particular bus with the help of tap, right? So via tap. So tap is nothing but, as you can see, it is represented by a darkened box which is painted by the black color, right? The darkened box which you can see with this black color, it indicates it's a tap. So transceiver's work is to transmit the data and to receive the data as well as to detect the collision. So here in this particular Ethernet, the collision can happen in the bus only. And one more thing is see, as you can see, the thick coaxial cable maximum length is 500 meter, right? So what happens if it exceeds 500 meter? Even if it exceeds 500 meter, then there is a degradation of the particular signal, right? So in order to avoid that, what we are doing is we are just maintaining the maximum length of this particular cable as 500 meters only. And the next one here we have is 10/2. It is also called as thin Ethernet. So as you can see here in this figure, here also this is the second implementation, right? And it uses bus topology only. When you compare the previous one, that is 10/5 with this 10/2, there also we had the bus topology and there also we had the thick coaxial cable. But here comparatively, here also we are using bus topology only, but here the wire or the cable is thin compared to the previous one, right? So since the wire is thin, it is providing a flexibility. How means, see, since we have the thin coaxial cable here, it can be bent so easily and it is providing the flexibility, as well as the installation is also very simple here, right? And one more thing here is, here it is providing network interface card, that is NIC. It is installed in all the stations which are connected to this particular cable. And then we have, you can see coming to the connections. So in the previous one we had taps, right? So the connection were made, that is the stations were connected to the particular bus by the taps. But here we are not using the taps. Here as you can see, the three boxes are there, right, between the station and cable. So those three boxes are nothing but they are the T connections. We can call them as T connections. So here we have the T connections which are cheaper than the taps, right? And the one more thing here is, the maximum length of this coaxial cable is 185 meter. So what happens even if the maximum length exceeds 185 meter, again the same thing, the signal is degraded. So in order to avoid that, we need to maintain 185 meter maximum length. And one more important thing here is, the collision can happen in this particular thin bus cable only. And coming to the next one, that is 10/T, which is nothing but it's twisted pair Ethernet, right? So here this is the third implementation, and this uses physical star topology. So as you can see here in this figure, you will understand that, right? So here it is using physical star topology, and the stations which are connected to hub using two pairs of twisted cable, isn't it? So as you can see here, the station and the hub, how the connection is done here, that is by using two pairs of twisted cable, right? So why we need two cables here means, one for sending purpose and another twisted cable for receiving the data, right? And here also the collision can happen in the hub only. And what is the maximum length here is, the maximum length of twisted cable is 100 meters, right? That is to reduce the attenuation. So what happens even if the cable length is exceeding 100 meters, then the attenuation will happen. So in order to reduce the attenuation, we are maintaining here the maximum length of this twisted cable as 100 meters only. And coming to the last implementation, that is 10/F, which is also called as fiber Ethernet. So as you can see here also we are having one hub in which all the stations are connected here, right? But here it uses the star topology to connect the stations to hub. Remember that in the previous one, that is in 10 base T, we had the physical star topology, and here also it is using star topology only, right, in order to connect the stations with the hub. And here when you see carefully, the stations are connected to this particular hub using two fiber optic cables, right? So again, why two fiber optic cables means one for receiving the data and another for sending the data, right? So that's what here we have two fiber optic cables.